And that is the sounds of birds chirping because we have got ourselves the second game of this best of 3 series coming in really shortly. And what is this? Ah, anyways, sorry, distracted there. We're gonna be having ourselves the game right now, actually. Game 2 coming in. Power Rangers, they need to force out a Game 3 if they want to still win the series. Or Zero Respect is going to take it 2-0 and will advance to the winner's bracket, while Power Rangers then would drop to the loser's bracket, as this is round number 1 of this double elimination, best out of 3, 16-team bracket. A lot of teams here participating. Power Rangers, one of the favorites, but right now in a bit of trouble. We are going to see the game together with my co-caster, of course, Vickermund. Welcome back to the broadcast.
Good to be back, Shiver. I mean, you said that you anticipated this series. Game 1, I think, definitely delivered. There were some really cool plays.
Yes.
LL, this player I'm not super familiar with on Zero Respect. I don't. It might be somebody's like changed name or alias or something, but they played really well in Magnus Game 1.
They did.
Like really excellent.
I agree. It was very solid for them, and on top of that, I mean, it wasn't only the Magnus either. It was just synergy was there. However, I also want to not completely credit Zero Respect for they played brilliantly, decently, like, you know, that's there, but Power Rangers also kind of didn't really perform well as we were expecting them to. As well as I was expecting them to.
They kind of fell into the pitfall that you were saying at the beginning, where you're like, oh, like they do well against really strong teams, but not that well against teams that are of their tier. And I would always say that, generally speaking, people would consider Zero Respect of like a tier down, but Power Rangers, yeah, they didn't really bring it. They went the Midas Helm of the Dominator Luna, which is fine, but then they tried to play extremely aggressive and forward with it, rather than playing a more conservative style, which is okay too, but the combination of factors didn't work out at all.
True. We're gonna see a different lineup as well, as the Doom got banned out. Now Zero Respect played the Doom in the previous game themselves, on the offlane actually. They also played the Marana, which got banned out in turn. Actually, the only one that we haven't seen yet that got banned out is a Visage, coming out from Zero Respect, and they now this game will go for a Luna, and I actually think that this might be good news for Power Rangers, because it will actually reward their aggressive playstyle more than if they had the Luna instead.
Yeah, quite possibly. As ZXC, we've seen him on Invoker before doing very well. So, I don't know. Now they have Nature's Prophets, they have Push Presence, they have Teamfight Presence. It's a fine draft so far. They immediately banned the AA also.
Yeah, that was the first time that he actually made it through, didn't he?
The first phase?
Yeah.
No, he's been banned second phase before.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Don't blame them for that one.
This might be, I don't know. His previous names include Funzy and like Sakshka's new alias Paris. So I don't know.
Is he a stand-in, you think?
I don't know. We should ask the tournament organizers.
Probably should, but well, I doubt they know actually.
They might not.
Time will tell, though. For now, they're playing really solid, not specifically to pin it down on one player. It was well rounded.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah. We are having an Alchemist ban out. First time that we actually see him today, I have to say. He's been ignored today.
Yeah, it really has.
And now we also have an X-Assassin ban. So they're kind of like, most of all, we're seeing heroes that are banned because they did well in the previous game, with some just random strong heroes, of course, as well. Though the Alchemist ban, I guess, is decent enough with the ganking potential, maybe.
Yeah, the thing is, Alk is still really strong. Like, even if he's not super popular, like, it's partially just fashion. The hero is still quite strong. The stuns are great. The physical damage in general from him is tremendous. And if you see an AA ban, you know that they might draft heroes that either have regen or heals, because that's opened up by not being countered by AA, and Alchemist is one of those heroes.
True.
And they're still looking for like a one roll, so they could draft him, and it would be difficult to draft against because you wouldn't be sure if they're drafting him as a support or a carry.
Oh, I did something wrong, so we have to go back to the other draft thing. It was actually an Alchemist ban instead of picked. Damn it! I wish there was a fail. Like, I cannot change anything once I entered it. That's an error still with the program. So if I do it wrong,
well, it's not Sakshka.
It's not.
It is Funzy. Yeah,
It is
it's
Funzy?
Yeah.
And that was a Magnus, right?
Yeah.
And that's
okay.
then
that
number
that
2 on the
explains it.
list.
Yeah. That's Funzy right there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why he's playing like he's like
like he
probably the best
knows
player
what
out
he's
of the
doing.
10. Yeah.
Well, Funzy it is. That's actually that's scary. He was retired, wasn't he not?
Well, yeah. He was semi-retired or something, but here he is.
Here he
Playing
is.
for French. I mean, he is French, so it makes sense.
Yep, it does indeed. And they have been doing really well for themselves. One of the top teams in the tier 3-ish teams.
Yeah,
I would say.
I think well, yeah, Funzy's gonna stick around. Like this team's fairly legit.
Yep. It was a Bane pickup for Zero Respect, so they now have a setup for ganks. I did like their Bane in the they were the ones with the Bane. Oh, what is this? What is this? Sorry, that was a Mirana sentence. But what is this?
Hell yeah, this is mid disruptor.
Is it? No.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Really? Because that
Yeah. I mean, it can be mid Veno, but mid Veno doesn't win against Invoker.
No.
But mid disruptor does.
It's probably the most accepted hero for me to be in the mid lane from the or general supports that they picked
Disruptor
up.
or Veno?
Disruptor.
Veno mid can be very
also
fun,
off lane,
and there's
though.
there's definitely matchups it doesn't lose. Like OD, it's fine against OD.
What do you think about Veno off lane?
It's okay. I mean, I like the Treant Veno offlane that we saw. That was
Yes.
legit.
Which is no
His very short range makes it pretty tough to offlane him
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, Lifestealer gets
And he's
picked up by
slow.
Power Rangers, which is a great hero to have against the Disruptor.
Is it?
Well,
Yeah, I
if you're
guess
gonna
so.
get
If
glimpsed,
Lifestealer
you can
gets on
just
him,
press the
yeah.
rage button and you won't get glimpsed.
That's true. That's true. The downside is if he does catch Lifestealer and Invoker in like a static field, it's
Yeah,
over.
then it's not that good anymore. But then again,
over.
everybody that gets caught by that is kind of screwed.
Yeah. No, I think Lifestealer is a very reasonable pick here. I mean, good against Veno. Not that weak against Luna. He can just sort of go straight at her. I think the increased pick incidence of Lifestealer that we're seeing in the last week and a half is a response to this Luna being locked first every game. Because out of the other carries in the pool, he's pretty strong against her.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, I wasn't really expecting Power Rangers to still pick up a secondary support. I'm thinking maybe Nature's Prophet in the jungle. And then just have... Because Rubik
Sure.
and Lifestealer can dual lane just fine.
Get a clock, you mean?
Get a clock? Yeah,
yeah.
wouldn't be bad at all. Get some extra control, because so far, team fight-wise, Zero Respect is dominating Power Rangers. And there's your mid right there. So this is something different.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if Funzy is going to be picking up that Storm or not.
Yeah, they could have. It's the other thing about the Storm is actually Power Rangers could have still taken Storm too and run safe lane Storm with Rubik support, Nature's Prophet, and the jungle.
Yeah.
Or sorry, no, that's not. I didn't mean that. I meant Lifestealer, safe lane, Invoker, and then Storm.
Yep.
Whatever, it's fine.
Because the only bomb that they have,
Silencer, yeah.
Nature's
Okay.
Prophet. Silencer, I like it, especially against the lineup that they are up against, because that spell cast heavy.
He's good for a Storm.
It is
Yeah.
amazing for a Storm. It is great for a Disruptor as well. If you're going to be initiating, or if you're going to be initiated upon in a team fight, you pop your Silencer, and you know they can't do anything anymore unless their spells are unless the Disruptor spells are already up, basically.
Yeah, I think Silencer is a very solid pick here. Taking a leaf out of the Empire playbook, support Silencer. Vanscore, I mean, he's talked about how he thinks this is quite a viable pick, and it's underrated
Vanscore
because
loves
nobody else
Silencer,
besides Empire
though.
does it usually.
Yeah. You like the Rod of Athos. He likes the Silencer.
Yeah, and they're both good.
They are both decent. If they're underrated, I'm not sure. Well, let's take a look at who's playing what, and then also, of course, most importantly, especially for Zero Respect side, who's going where. For Power Rangers first, though, I think that for them it's most easy to know who's going where. We have got Moon, he'll play the hard carry role, Lifestealer going top, of course, ZXC on the Invoker going mid, Cheshire Cat, Nature's Prophet going off lane, and then two supports, J4 as well as FNG, are respectively Rubik and Silencer. And I mean, it's a pretty straightforward lineup. I'm hoping that they can be as aggressive as they want to be.
Sure. And then looking up towards Zero Respect, they did win the first game pretty convincingly. We'll see what they do this time. Funzy in the middle on the Storm Spirit. Wiz is offlane Venno so far.
Oh,
looks like.
Pat myself
Maybe
in the shoulder
a dual lane
again.
of some sort.
That's me patting myself in the shoulder right there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, that
Yeah.
has to be done.
I mean, it's interesting.
Hats off. Thank you.
No, you're totally good call. And then Michelle is on the Bane. Crio's on this Disruptor, and then we have Gerald, who played Mirana last game. He's gonna be Luna.
Cat ladies.
Cat ladies.
That's his thing. Well, yesterday we saw
I guess
Nexus
so. I
being
mean,
the
he
cat
plays
lady
Mirana
shot.
all the time.
Yeah, he just likes cats and ladies.
Clearly.
The battle begins.
Who doesn't?
But he doesn't like cats enough to turn them into dragons, though.
Well, that wouldn't... If you like cats, why would you make it a not
Because
cat?
it's a dragon.
Pass.
Because even I would turn a cat. If I could turn Diego into a dragon, I would do that any day. Oh,
Damn,
sorry,
really?
Diego.
It seems like a terrible idea, like, just straight
In a
up.
friendly dragon.
Okay.
Especially one that I could ride.
I guess so.
How awesome would that be?
So why don't you use the Dragon Scale UI then, if you're such a Dragon fan?
Oh, because the Dragon Skill UI is absolutely horrifying.
Alright. Okay, so it's a dual top. So, like, Venno solo wouldn't really work, I think. But Venno Bane is fine, and it'll get at them levels. The flip side is Niche's Prophet should be able to level pretty well. So it's a trade-off. I think it's fine.
Yeah. I kind of am okay with the dual lanes. If you're not going to be expecting to have... Like, Power Ranger's not going to have a very active early game. All their heroes, Lifestealer needs a bit of levels before it can do anything. Rubik is more of a defensive support. Same thing goes for the Silencer for the first couple of levels, and same thing goes for the Invoker. So if you know that you're not going to be pressured real hard, you're probably going to get most out of your lanes by having dual lanes going on in terms of experience. I really like it.
It's viable. Teams will do it all the time. And yeah, what are Rubik and Silencer really going to do to generate a kill here? It's gonna if Zero Respect mispositioned terribly and Rubik gets lifted into open wounds, then yeah, I think they can do it. Right now it's a little bit of cat and mouse action. They're going back and forth. I mean, the longer that Power Rangers spend trying to zone in this manner, though, the farther Silencer falls behind, who only has 51 XP to his name. Okay, 71.
I have to say, like, I don't know if there is something wrong with my microphone, but I'm still sending sound, and I think for some people it is working, and for some it isn't. And I guess if people are not hearing me, then it's, pointless of me saying that. But for people that do hear me, let other people that don't hear me know that it's on their end, not on mine. Thanks.
Unusual ward selection for Power Rangers here, but it very much catches they can see anybody who's TPing in.
I like
They
it.
can catch rotations. Yeah, you don't see this every day. You really don't see this often at all, but
Yeah. Oh, Bane.
here's the lift.
Can they actually take him down? Is there enough? There's no range on the open wounds, though. That Gale is preventing that from happening.
That's the nerf. The open wounds nerf from a while ago.
From a while
taking
ago.
its toll.
And it's like that's good. But we knew that they weren't going to be able to do that much early on in the game.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we'll see if
Storm's
they
having
can
a tough
later on.
time.
Yeah, 13 for
He's
3 in
taking on
last hit.
damage.
ZXC sitting on 12 for 3, so last hit-wise he's okay, but the harassment is quite intense. He does, however, have a full bottle, but he probably doesn't want to use it until he can actually... Never mind. I was going to say use the haste rune, but
Well,
he'll use it. He's
you don't
forced
want
to.
to, right? Because when you have a haste rune, oh man, and he gets it. Oh man, it's dispelled. He's taking a ton of damage now.
And he might actually... No, he still has bottle charge. He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay.
But still, the fact that he had to use the haste rune and it was completely wasted, now he doesn't have the same, like, he has to spend a lot more energy to keep getting rune control, which costs XP.
Yeah. He is going to have the bottle being couriered, though. So that means that in 30 seconds he shouldn't have a bottle to actually get the rune. He actually has to walk towards there, hoping it's a regen or something, if he's low.
Yeah, if ZXC ends up winning this lane convincingly, and because he's going Quas Wex, interesting that he's majorly in Quas and 3 points in it. We'll see if he shifts to more Wex later, because honestly, like, a well-placed EMP could completely destroy Storm.
Yeah, a cold snap with that. A very scary build for Storm to face, to be honest, as we do have Wiz in a couple of, with a couple of problems for him, actually. Cheshire Cat came in to teleport in, but Nightmare is not enough to deny him in this case. I think they're just gonna have to wait it out, and he'll still die. First blood on the board!
Yeah.
Moon, actually, the one to get the right click.
Nightmare a little too early, probably.
Yeah, a bit too far out for him. They did have the ward, but with Cheshire Cat teleporting in, there was really nowhere he could go, and the Bane wasn't close enough to help out. And we actually have a rotation behind the tower. Yeah, FNG was able to pick up the double damage rune. He's gonna find Wiz. Open wounds this time hit. Nice Nightmare. Gil coming out as well, but it's not gonna be enough. Wiz is gonna be dead. One more hit is Cheshire Cat's kill, and the teleport from the disruptor got cancelled. Thinking about
they're gonna try to trade towers, but that's pretty important for Power Rangers. This is a good start. 2 kills on the offlane Venno. Highlighting the weakness of, I mean, I think it's a fine call, but you do see why, like, people don't do it. He's very slow. If people do end up on you and you get lifted by Rubik, like, you just can't get out, period.
True. Poor Venoman. So do you feel like they should change something on their lanes, or is that tower going down creating enough space for the dual lane to be working again as ZXC picks himself up a Storm Spirit before Storm reaches level 6? Look at that! Sorry, Silencer is dead as well on the bottom lane, actually. But
yeah,
look at
Storm
the
going down.
experience of the Storm.
This mid lane's going really badly. Invoker's really dominating it impressively. Oh, Sprout.
Sprout, he eats his way through very fast. Nice kinetic field as well, but J4, no, he's not going to be able to catch anybody anymore. Tried.
Yeah. Power Ranger is definitely playing this laning phase very well. Yes, Luna is farming, but they wouldn't be able to do too much about that, and everything else is going their way.
Yep. And they can now afford to be aggressive. Especially Cheshire Cat being all over the place.
Yeah.
Actually, Cheshire Cat, I say that, and he's actually... No, he's okay. I was never worried.
But yeah, that kill on the Storm Spirit couldn't have been better timed, because any longer and he would have just zipped away from that. But
well, now ZXC is ahead in levels, almost a full level ahead actually, so that's really good for him. He can't do that much just yet though. Like, that's the downside of an Invoker. He really needs to spend some more time on the lane, more than a Storm would, for example. Storm can rotate around way earlier and have a bigger impact than an Invoker would.
It's true. Although, I mean, with Questwex, once you have a beefy enough EMP, you can Tornado Snap.
Glim's back for Cheshire Cat. Back in the base with him. Kinetic Field comes out as well, so FNG can't come closer. Nice glimpse back.
Nice glimpse. Yeah.
And that's something that you should expect, I guess, if you're up against a Disruptor. You teleport in, wait a moment before you actually show yourself, and then go in. If you're going to get glimpsed, you'll at least not be all the way back.
Yeah, that's true. For what it's worth, Moon is also farming quite well, so I think both teams are happy. Moon is going Midas again, so... The first trouble spot. I think Midas is a fine pickup. I hope that they don't expect Lifestealer to be dominating fights. Like,
but that's the thing.
Luckily, they have Invoker who can
They had
dominate
that
fights
last
for
game
him.
also, and it's like their playstyle is still the same regardless of what items they pick, kinda. So you would expect them to pick items that actually suit their playstyle. So,
right.
Kind of worried for that one. However, I mean, Luna is not going to move from the lane yet.
Right, exactly. They have time, and this game, I think because of ZXC's being on Invoker and not Wind Ranger is so much more reliant on your carry to actually take the setups that she generates. Oh, I think
yeah,
Rubik's
J4 is gone. At least Disruptor gets a kill instead of Joral. He tried to, I don't know, he tried something, but yeah, easy pickup.
But I think Invoker is just a better hero to do this with, because Invoker can dominate the team fights while Lifestealer is still relatively weak, whereas like Wind Ranger... Like, if you ever tried to actually win a game with a Wind Ranger when like the rest of your team isn't doing anything, it's really hard.
Unless you're Dandy.
Unless Dandy, of course.
As in, I've seen
Invoker's not going Midas at all. Like, he's going drums. Just speed Invoker.
He is doing the thing that was on Reddit some while ago, where you just are actually like Race Car Invoker, where you can get to maximum movement speed with all the X's
That's
on.
what everybody used to do. Like... When Invoker was played like pre-TI2, everybody went phase, drums, Yules, Force Staff. Well, not usually Yules, but Force Staff always.
Force Staff Blink, even.
Yeah. But now there's a lot of different builds. I mean, there's Fast Midas, there's Mechanism, which is pretty strong.
Yeah, Gold Snap coming out, just some harassment. It's enough for now. I'm not sure if, like, do you think that Funzy can actually pick off the, like, he needs someone else, I guess, to pick up the Invoker. He's too tanky.
Yeah, there's no way you can solo him. He'll just get lifted, like, Tornado, Snap, and Invoker walks away.
Yeah. Sentry ward placed to block the ancients from getting pulled, but that was scouted out by Zero Respect. They have got a ward out there.
And Disruptor just hit 6, so actually he's leveling pretty well. It's important for Disruptor to be able to hit that level 6. After that, actually basically doesn't matter. You can leave your Disruptor at 6 forever if the game's bad enough.
You do want to have level 4 Glimpse though, level 7.
Yeah, but even so, like, the difference is, like, yes, it's 15 seconds and 400 cast range. It's very good, but in a pinch, it's okay. You can sacrifice a lot of farm allocation for Disruptor.
True. We've got ourselves Lifestealer going for the Armlet. I'm actually thinking that when he has that, they will try to make something happen.
Yeah, probably.
They kind of have to as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I mean, I wouldn't say either team is especially favored late. I think both teams have a lot of potential throughout the game. Venomancer, paradoxically, gets pretty strong late just because everybody's BKBs are short, so he can win the big drawn-out fights. And fights get longer and longer and longer as games go on, which makes Veno better and better and better. But obviously Storm's a great late game hero. Sorry, go ahead.
He hasn't got his ult, Veno.
Yeah, no, I just mean if this game drags on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, interesting that he wants max wards, I guess? Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
And the level 2 in the Poison Sting to make the wards even more annoying than they already are.
Oh yeah, I love ward build.
I think one of the more important things for Zero Respect in this game, like right now, is the Storm and which rune he might get.
Yeah, definitely. You mean like regen or not regen?
Regen or haste. I actually would like to see haste either, because they kind of, I think they could punish Power Rangers for going for Midas on the Lifestealer. And Storm is one of those heroes that can definitely do that, and is, I mean, he's a natural counter towards the Nature's Prophet of all heroes that you have. So
yeah,
I think that with the right rune, he can make so much happen for his team.
He could, for sure. I mean, right now they just want to level their supports. Like, they want Bane to not to be actually hit level 6, because that's another very important benchmark level.
This is true.
And they're kind of happy as long as Veno's leveling well. He's at the same place that Nature's Prophet is.
You're not going to teleport yourself out of there, are you? You are, because Rubik did not continue. I'm not sure if they could have had him anyway, though. I mean, even the Lifestealer didn't really go in with him.
Yeah, they just had their supports there. And he's a Storm, like, worst comes to worst, he just flies away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think both teams are okay with the way the game is going. My main concern from Zero Respect's perspective is, I mean, ZXC is farming very well, and he's doing, like, he's high level as well.
Yeah. In the meantime, no towers yet pressured down, which is something that you would expect if you have a Luna on your team.
Uh-oh. Silencer's dead.
Silencer is indeed dead. Storm zipped in. Bane coming out, no Fiend Script for him, but gets some extra gold, as Jiral actually is in a lot of trouble right here. He is gonna actually pop the Eclipse. Oh my god, he's gonna get... No, he's not gonna get a double kill. I thought for a second, one more beam. If those Treants wouldn't have been there, oh, Tornado picks up the Disruptor and actually gets the kill for that as well. So 2 heroes dead here, and the Eclipse only picking up the Rubik. I think that Nature's Prophet has to be counting his stars right there.
Yeah, that was very, very close. But the fact is that Power Rangers got the better end of that exchange. They even saved the tower. And the Nature's Prophet is right back pushing. They probably take a tower.
Yeah, and they rotated the Lifestealer, even though his armlet is not yet done. Maybe it's on the courier right now, actually. That could be the case. Yes, that is the case. So that his armlet is done, and they can now start being a lot more aggressive than they were. And with more aggressive, I mean just taking out all the outer towers and make sure that they take Roche afterwards. Just, you know, exert control.
Yeah, definitely. And Funzy's trying to make this trade, and maybe they can make it, but it's... Tier 1 Dire top is like the most remote ward on tower on the map. It is next to nothing of interest.
Yeah. Double damage rune invoker. Without exert. It's not that scary. Actually, it is kind of scary if I look at his damage. The tower, by the way, is taking such a long time to die. Oh, they're gonna teleport in. Infested Lifestealer behind the Storm Spirit. I don't think they can... Oh, the Global Silence coming out. Open wounds there as well. Storm, one more hit. Oh, the Bull Lightning just in time. Zipping away, teleporting himself out. Moon is not gonna catch him. And that is a brilliant play from the Storm, or lucky play, I might call it. Invoker still with a double damage rune. Picks up the Disruptor. Clearly near his own tower, actually. Kind of a sad deal for the Disruptor, but...
Wow, what a stroke of fortune for Funzy. One auto attack and he would have been down, and instead, basically, yeah, they waste the Global Silence. They really thought they had it. I thought they had it.
I thought they had it too. And it's good too, because now he was actually able to pick up his Oblivion staff to go for the Orchid.
Yeah.
And, that would have otherwise set him back quite a bit. Yeah.
The fact is, Storm is not doing great, so if Funzy had taken his second death there and been held off the Orchid farther, that's when your Storm pick starts to feel really bad, when your Storm can't get early kills, can't farm the Orchid. It's like, well, he's not useful now, he's not going to be useful later. But instead he saves himself, he's almost level 11 for that second level of Ball Lightning. He has, I mean, he's not at the Orchid yet, but he should hit it before 20. It's okay.
Yeah, decent enough. And they have got the tower top, of course, as well, so some extra gold for everybody on their team, as they are the poorer team. Looking at the gold graph, 3.5k going the way of Power Rangers, which in a way is not that much, especially not considering there is a tower favor for Power Rangers.
Yeah.
But still,
they have 2 Midases though, so that does give them a little bit of an edge if this goes late.
Yeah, it does indeed. 2 Midases, Lifestealer and Nature's Prophet, of course.
Yeah.
Well, Cheshire Cat with the phase, with the Midas, 1500 gold. What do you think he's gonna build? Is he gonna go for Necronomicon builds in this game?
That's a good question. I would love Orchid on Nature's Prophet.
But they already have got Global Silence.
Yeah, but you don't want to, like, let's say they did that gank again and he had Orchid, like...
So Get Silence zips away and actually is gonna live. As in Get Silence after he balls with the last word, of course.
Right. The thing about it is, like, do you really want to be using Global Silence, for instance, for a Storm gank? Like...
No, unless you actually get the kill and stop his Orchid.
Oh, what a... God, this is
mana
such misery.
burn, right?
EMP is so stupid now, like, suddenly your Disruptor and Bane are empty slots.
And that's like, yeah. Good luck continuing to farm without your mana, as the Courier actually got sniped off. How did it die there? Was it the Nature's Prophet? Probably has to be Zip in. J4 picked off. Tier 1 tower picked off the back of that one, I think, as well.
Good kill. That's actually Funzy's first out now kill.
Yeah. And Luna with the tower gold.
Yep. Yeah, that's fantastic. He's only 1,000 away from the BKB.
That's the second time he does that there. Second time, same place.
Different people though was the
Disruptor.
Oh no, it was the Disruptor both times. Haha, that's funny.
Yeah. It's like.
Yikes.
Yes, exactly that. Yikes. Well, Storm farming in his own jungle again. I guess that's good. Otherwise, Invoker would probably take it. Luna though,
it looks like he'll hit
it
up. Yeah. Looks like he'll get it at 19-ish, which is fine timing.
Orchid, yeah.
The Orchid, yeah.
Yeah, the Courier wasn't carrying anything anymore, so I guess they have that one being lucky.
And they have a mech. Venno's mech is actually done. He hasn't decided to bring it to himself yet, but that's done if he wants it, whereas Silencer is not close.
Oh, I like this. For 0 respect, that is, because Cheshire Cat, he teleported in really sneaky next to the secret shop, places a ward, but there was already a sentry down.
Yeah. He's been going Shadowblade. This is pretty normal. I'm fine with this.
I guess so. It's more split push heavy, or at least.
And it's more if they can jump out, like if they try the Storm gank again, and they can start right on top of him without him seeing it.
Yeah, previous Global Silence gank on the Storm that they did, he would have had that. In the meantime, in the middle lane, we might have a bit of a standoff here. J4 manages to steal the wards, which is pretty decent. Global Silence coming off. Nature's Prophet as well as Moon coming in from the side. Already taken down this Rupture, but it's the only one. Never mind, not the only one that they're going to get. Storm jumps in.
He got obliterated.
Oh, hell yes, he did. And actually, DXC is not yet done. He's going to get whizzed as well. Eclipse comes out, and it actually forces Invoker away. So he does not get the Venomancer anymore, though Veno does have to go back to base because he's way too low. Open wounds, finds himself the Bane. HP. Michelle puts himself in the Nightmare, but that's not going to last very long. Especially not since FNG takes it over so that Moon can take the kill. It is a 2-4-1, as in Rubik still ended up dead. But nonetheless, Power Rangers will take the last outer tower.
Yeah. I mean, Veno surviving is actually a pretty big deal because he's almost done with Force Staff now.
He had the mechanism of that.
Yeah.
Actually, so that's.
Well, he already had the mech money, but like he got pretty close to Force Staff as a result of living through that fight. But still, I mean, you can just see Power Rangers are really just muscling through, and with the Global Silence, it becomes very difficult for Zero Spec not to start a fight like 3v5.
Haste.
Yeah, there's a nice ancient stack up, by the way, scouted out by Power Rangers. They don't really have a specific ancient taker themselves, but they definitely have potential if they just group a bit up. Lifestealer as well as Nature's Prophet are very good with the ancients, of course. Especially if they have each other.
Lifestealer Ultimate Orb.
Scotty. Scott.
You think? I like, I think Scythe's okay.
It wouldn't be bad, to be honest, because if Cheshire Cat's going for more, like, push-heavy items, or split push-heavy items, rather, or maybe ganking items, if you want to call them that. And Invoker is not going to be done... Well, actually, Invoker also picked up an Ultimate Orb right now, so... 2 sacrifices?
Hell yeah. Well, for Invoker, it's more... Yeah, I mean, Invoker, it's definitely a Scythe.
But for life, I don't know.
No, you could do Scotty. Scotty's a cool item.
Uh-oh. Cheshire
If this was
Cat.
Fnatic, I'd say it's definitely Scotty.
Look at Cheshire Cat. They know he's there. I think they saw him.
Also, these are, like, blocking him.
Lol. Can he not rock that way? No, he can. Oh, they saw him.
For real?
Galims. Ah, he's not saying.
Whew.
Tornado's still
call.
coming in though from the side.
Yeah.
They go for Giral. He turns on his BKB, goes for FNG. In the meantime, Fiend's Grip up on the Nature's Prophet, who goes down. Global Silence doesn't stop Giral from killing people left and right. But in the end, Power Rangers will be able to take more off the back of that fight. Moon now trying to eat up Venomancer, who gets out alive. The Aegis still gets burned, which is decent enough, but Cheshire Cat's already back. He bought back, now goes for the Bane, who will get picked up, and Venomancer is the only surviving soul from that battle. Did cost a buyback for Power Rangers. One buyback only, I guess, but it like, they got the Luna, and they get a tower off the back of it as well, so I think that's worth it.
Oh yeah, I think so. It's the fact that they're keeping the Luna stuck at this point of just the BKB helm.
Lincoln Spear.
Okay. Yeah, it passed through my mind, but I didn't want to say it because I don't think there's that. Like, I guess the Bane disable is the main reason you get it, which is fine.
Yeah.
And the occasional glimpse.
Well, yeah, I guess the glimpse,
You know, it'd be great
but you have to rage for that.
if you get glimpsed because if you infested out of a Nature's Prophet and the glimpse puts you back into the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, good luck with trying to get that one to Ice Frog.
Yeah.
Because like,
You won't help me?
Would you not be able to get out again anymore, or what's the deal with that? Is it on cooldown?
Yeah, until the cooldown comes up. Yep, I agree. Yes.
You're gonna be stuck. Well, at that point, maybe in a fight, it's worth for Cheshire Cat to suicide.
Yeah. If the Nature's Prophet dies, you can leave. But then if he lives, you're stuck.
Yeah, it would be a weird mechanic, that's for sure.
This is Dota.
Full of weird mechanics. What am I saying?
We don't have a shortage of weird mechanics.
Wow, Giral is
Yeah,
really far out. They're really aggressive right now. The BKB is on 9 seconds. The Tornado is gonna pick up the 2 supports and gonna burn away their mana as well. That's no mana! This is Rupture already down. Open wounds, Giral pops the BKB. His supports are already dead though with the Eclipse. Perhaps he can take down ZXC. Yes, he can! Moon as well as FNG come back in though. Poison Nova, still from the Venomancer, who was still around. Pops the mech as well, but will end up going down afterwards. Maybe they can get some more though. Maybe they can get Giral as the Nature's Prophet goes down. And this time no buyback for him. Storm Spirit getting picked up by the Rubik still. Getting chased down. Giral, the last one surviving. This time, I mean, it's a good fight for Power Rangers, of course. But they don't get the Luna.
Yeah. But they got Sakshka, sorry, Funzy.
Yes.
Rubik with that. I was wondering how he did the damage, but it was the stolen Brain Sap. That I was like, Fate Bolt doesn't do that much damage. But Brain Sap does. So yeah, I still think it's a pretty good fight. I mean, it's definitely better for Zero Respect than the previous ones. They got the Veno ult off, it did a lot of damage. They managed to isolate and kill the Invoker relatively early in the fight.
Yeah.
Just not quite enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, a for something trade. This time a carry stays alive instead of support. That's already an improvement.
It's mainly just that one of the 2 supports always just gets zeroed out. Like the EMP on the Disruptor was just
so
like,
painful.
okay.
Like he was dead.
Yeah.
Like, just, you know, gone for it.
He needs Force, but he has nothing. Like, look how poor this Disruptor is. Brown Boots,
Wow.
TP, Magic Wand.
1,800 gold in net worth.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
At least
kinda
Bane
sad
has,
for
like,
him.
treads.
Yeah. This was, of course, I mean, that fight was kind of baited out by Zero Respect. They were the ones going on the other side of the river. They were the ones initiating. Right now, Power Rangers is going to try to lay down some pressure. They don't have the Nature's Prophet, who of course can teleport in, but he is right now on the top lane trying to split push a bit. Tornado, EMP on the Storm, Global Silence, Storm dead. EMP Tornado with the Global Silence. You cannot even zip out if you want to. And in comes the Nature's Prophet, gets Fiend Script immediately, but not before he gets his Sprout out. Disruptor gets the Static Storm off, but everybody is on the edge of it and nobody actually dies from it, while Bane gets picked up instead. This will be the tier 2 dead, and maybe they can even go high ground. That was a brilliant fight for Power Rangers, and a bit of a... Whoa, Luna teleports in, goes for the BKB, And actually was already there, but was also dead. Disruptor tries to save his life, not gonna happen.
Well,
He's gonna go down himself. This might actually be a GG already. Was
Jirao,
Mirana just sitting there? Or not Mirana, Jirao, I mean the cat lady, the other one.
Yeah, he sat here and then came out to fight, and the problem was he thought that BKB would be enough, and it would have been had Rubik not stolen Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, that's a bit painful.
So that was really good play by Rubik. I think actually Luna stands a decent chance of, if not turning that fight around, at least getting like 2 or maybe even 3 kills. But instead he dies almost immediately because the Fiend's Grip just completely shuts him down.
I have to call that stuff out. Guys, he stole Fiend's Grip, careful. Don't go
Yeah,
in.
well, Luna couldn't have been careful. He was in vision, like he was standing right here.
I guess that's true. Well, a good strong fight for Power Rangers, and I think that Zero Respect can be lucky that they didn't continue with the pressure, because they just back off after taking the tower.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have global silence anymore, and that's really what's letting them... Like, the global silence is just letting them completely nullify Storm. And...
Yeah, they're just... I mean, it's stupidly powerful. Storm normally, you know, you get EMP Tornadoes, you zip yourself out, but then you've got yourself your global silence, and, you know, there's no way. And the damage that it does as well, like... Oh, the tornado
EMP
does
is
already?
so brutal.
And it's like... There's no hope for him then. Funzy is gonna die, and that's the right item pickup right there, going for BKB.
Yeah. No, I think going for BKB is the right call, but it's gonna take a while. That's the problem.
Yep. They know he's on the top there, as we do have Rubik, and he has a Fiend's Grip, and is still and off cooldown. Well, Storm.
Well, that's just a mistake.
That was a mistake. He was safe, and then he wasn't. Shame.
Yeah, wow, that's... He didn't see the Rubik for what it's worth.
No, he wasn't
that
invisible.
was part of the problem. Yeah, and... I mean, he knew Rubik had Fiend's Grip, but he didn't know that he was sitting there invisible next to the silencer, but it was still like an unnecessary chance.
Yeah, it's gonna slow his BKB down even more. In comes the kinetic field, they catch out the silencer, which is important. The global silence not there, but he's still gonna be making out alive. Now pops the global silence. Jirao still with his BKB though, chasing down that silencer, getting the kill, looking for the next one. 4-star forward from ZXC. The BKB has run off, and I think maybe Jirao has to be careful here. Gets lifted up. And J4 trying to at least delay the fight. In comes ZXC again with the cold snap. Vayne and Mirana both die. At least still the kill on the the other guy was still there. Wow, on the Rubik that is. But that was pretty damn painful. Good ultimate from Cheshire Cat coming out as well.
Okay, it's fine.
Oh, Cheshire Cat might not be fine though. Gets silenced up. Gets chased down. Tornado coming in. Cheshire Cat lives. Cold snap. No global silence this time, but Funzy's not gonna hang around to see what happens if he does.
Weird fights. I mean, Rubik
Yes.
really smart to turn around there. This really good game by J4 this game, I feel. Like, getting the Brain Sap, using it to just live that little bit extra time to get both the Brain Sap and the Fade Bolt out, which let the Nature's Prophet ult mob up. It was excellent. And actually, ZXC was smart. I was like, why the hell is he auto-attacking the Bane and not the Luna? But it's because he knew that Luna was within HP range to just die to the Nature's Prophet ultimate.
Communication. There you have it.
Fundamental.
Yep. It's needed for games and stuff.
Lifestealer has Abyssal now, if he wants it.
He's gonna get it, I think.
He hasn't died.
9-0-4. That's impressive, actually, because I mean it's been quite a kill-heavy game. I have to say. I mean, we're 28 minutes in and we have got 39 kills. Wow, I can count. Awesome.
Yep.
More
Pretty
than
bloody,
8 minutes.
for sure.
Yep. A lot of kills missed. Awesome.
Not that many. It didn't seem like there were that many.
After Starladder, my camera work is greatly falling off.
It's because you're not doing like 10 games a day. Like
exactly.
it's
like the practice is gone.
It's like astronaut training. Yeah.
I have to continue doing it all the time.
Yep.
Smoke up after Roche died from Power Rangers. Well, they're definitely ahead this game. They're now almost 20k gold ahead, 22k experience ahead, but it's pretty difficult to fight up high ground against Zero Respect, especially with that Disruptor there. Despite him being very poor and having Bracer stacked up, but his spell is still very important enough that he can actually turn a fight around if he has a good static fuse going on.
Yeah. I think if they can just land their spells, I mean, the idea is to keep the Disruptor alive long enough and out of harm's way long enough that he can get the big static fields, because we haven't really had any that have been that consequential. He's kind of a feast or famine character in general. Like, you either land a big ult or you're pretty much useless.
Yep. No pressure.
No pressure.
That poor
Well,
guy.
whatever. It's not like you're Tidehunter or something.
Is that a bird?
No. I just mean like it's not as much pressure as it is playing Tidehunter.
True. Playing Tidehunter is a lot of pressure. It's very difficult to deal with sometimes.
I know, man.
Yeah. Whoa. Hello. Teleport in. Storm drops. Global silence coming out. Cheshire Cat is gonna be running away from this one, as we already had the Bane picked off. BKB turned on by Jarrell, looking for ZXC, and he will get the kill, or will he not? No, he gets bashed. And Moon with the Abyssal, make sure that ZXC lives. It's only the Venomancer that keeps up alive. The Aegis was used for it, but oh my god, the GG.
Yeah.
The teleporting, they tried to smoke, right? I thought that they were trying to smoke, and then in comes Moon with his elevator Nature's Prophet thing.
Yeah, it's very hard to find favorable positioning against a team with, you know, Nature's Prophet, Lifestealer that can be carried, and Silencer who can just like, it's like 5 free seconds for them to fix their positioning, and also Invoker, like in whatever direction he points in, he can lift everybody, he can push them back. It's just tough. Very well played to Power Rangers. I mean, they dominated this game.
Yeah, and I mean, if you do wanted to fight that, you would have to have the BKB Luna being super strong, but as soon as that Abyssal appeared, you're kind of screwed in that regard, so...
Yeah. He got trumped, for sure.
Yes. Well, we are, therefore, because we have now a 1-for-1 score, we're gonna see a third game, which is very good, because these two teams are very well matched, and I think they have learned a lot from each other over these 2 games. So I am excited to see what they come up with the next draft. So stick with us. We'll be right back with game number 3. And of course, you are watching the Yard Wide Festival, which is a double elimination brackets with 16 teams, best out of 3 matches. So a lot of games to come. And of course, you can support the tournament by buying the ticket in-game, and you get yourself a courier in return as well. So that's uber cool. We'll be right back with the third game. Don't go anywhere.